Hey everyone, welcome to part 1 of this trophy guide and walkthrough for Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This game has received a ton of praise for its music, its art style, its story, but most importantly, its great turn-based combat, and I'm really excited to dig into that with you. This walkthrough is going to show the whole story as well as everything you need to get all of the trophies and to do it in just one playthrough. So I hope you're ready for it. Let's go ahead and get started. There are no difficulty-based trophies that we have to get, so we can play the entire game on the easiest difficulty setting, which is called Story Mode, and I would recommend that you play on that difficulty just to make this go a little bit quicker and easier. You can change up any of the other configuration settings if you want to, but otherwise we're just going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to begin with the game's opening cinematic.
Vaca s'en va dans l'oubli éternel et Gustave dom guardiam dilim dilim lutessera dolilom seram dim dim da da dim da da dim da di dam dim dim da da dim da da dim. Ton âme sera ravie, les toits à ce noir griffera. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera effet. Clair obscur, bordé aux peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature.
If you're gonna give someone flowers, you should probably do it before they wither and die.
What, the flower? Or Sophie?
Ooh, dark. Sophie would approve. Hey, you said it, not me. The others are waiting for you. You're supposed to be helping with the festival.
With what? Putting up 3 tables? They'll manage.
You underestimate Lumière's enthusiasm for the expedition. There's at least 5 tables.
Marvelous.
Have you tried throwing with your other arm instead? If you could hit the paintress directly, that would actually be useful.
You know, hobbies don't always have to be useful. I'm enjoying the uselessness of today and readying my usefulness for tomorrow. And soon, I'll get to do a lot more than throw rocks.
That's what all the other expeditions said.
Hey, you know they gave their lives to lay the trail for us, right?
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Yeah.
You still got a flower to give, no?
Yes. Just... I'm not sure how to start. After 4 years apart, what do I say to her on the day of her Gommage?
You're asking me. I don't know. Sun's about to set, so be direct. Hey, Soph, been a while. Could we...
And this begins the prologue chapter called Lumiére. Now it's important to know that this prologue chapter is a one-time occurrence and there are some missable things here, so you definitely want to make sure that you follow along so that you don't miss anything. Starting off, when we get control of our character, we're going to turn over toward the left-hand side, and on the bench is going to be a flower for Sophie. Let's go ahead and interact with it, and then we're going to choose to pick it up. When we're prompted to take it, we're going to say yes. And now we have a flower for Sophie. Now let's turn over toward the left, and then we're going to follow Maelle.
All right, let's go. I'll accompany you there. Are you ready to see her again?
Yeah. Been ready.
As you move around the world, you can also press the X button to jump or to climb up on objects. You can press the square button when prompted to grapple to faraway places, and if you want to run faster, hold down the R2 button to sprint.
These grapple shortcuts. Nice, huh?
Don't tell your sister, though. I sort of borrowed the hooks from the Expedition Academy. Wish I had... Come on, Gustave, speed up a bit. Sophie will have already gommaged by the time you've arrived.
Maelle.
Let's continue following Maelle by grappling to the faraway building and then running
I
forward.
can't believe Sophie already turned 33. She looks so much younger than you.
Thanks.
She's popular. I'm sure she already has a necklace full of flowers.
What?
You look tense.
Yeah, yeah.
I know what you need. A little jewel.
No.
Come on, it'll loosen you up. You can't go and see Sophie all somber and tense. And if you win, I'll give you something you can use with your Lumina converter.
All right, you're on.
Yes!
When the game asks if you want to go through the battle tutorial during your duel, you should say yes. It basically makes it so that you're guaranteed to win this duel, and that's good because we want the reward. And now we have our first battle against Maelle. During your turn, your character can attack, aim, use a skill, or use an item. Skills consume AP to use. You can gain AP by performing a base attack or parry. Characters play turn by turn. The turn order is indicated in the timeline on the left side. This is very similar to Final Fantasy X's turn-based system, if you're familiar with that. You can try attacking to gain 1 AP. To do that, just press the X button and then X again to select your target and you'll attack. There are no button prompts that you have to do for a normal attack. Enemies usually perform 1 action per turn. You can defend during their turn. Maelle will now attack. But this time when the enemy attacks, we can do things to prevent damage. During an enemy attack, dodge at the right time to avoid damage. Dodging at the last moment will trigger a perfect dodge. Press circle to dodge and you'll automatically dodge that attack. The character's AP can be used to cast skills. Each character can have up to 6 skills equipped. Try to use a skill. We'll press the square button. Gustave starts with 2 skills, Lumiére, Assault, and Overcharge. He can use attacks and skills to charge up his Overcharge meter and unleash a devastating blow with his Overcharge skill. Use Lumiére Assault to gain charges. So we're going to press X, and then we're going to press triangle to use Lumiére Assault. It deals low physical damage for 5 hits. Critical hits generate 1 additional charge. And we'll select Maelle as our target. Pressing X at the right time will improve your skill's effects, increase damage, or added bonus effects. Achieve perfect timing to unleash even stronger effects, and you achieve a perfect timing by pressing X when the indicator that goes around that diamond gets to the upper left corner where it's gold. During an enemy attack, you can also parry. Parry shares the same timing as perfect dodge, but it is more difficult than regular dodge. Parrying recovers 1 AP in addition to avoiding damage. You press R1 to parry. Parrying every hit of an enemy attack triggers a powerful counter. Every playable character in combat has some sort of special ability. Gustave's is called Overcharge, and now his Overcharge meter is full. Use the Overcharge skill now to unleash a devastating blow, and you can see the meter on the right hand side. We're at 10 out of 10, so we'll press square to use skill, and then square again to use Overcharge, and we'll aim it at Maelle. There are 2 quick-time events for this attack, so make sure you press X at the right time, and you'll be able to defeat Maelle. After the battle, you get a little summary, and you do get 20% more experience if you can win the fight without taking any damage, so dodging and parrying are crucial for leveling up your characters quickly.
You won. Now, don't you feel better? I see your smile. All right, now, let's go find Sophie. I saw her near the red and white tree.
Yeah.
Let's keep following Maelle.
Oh, the plaza is lively. Why people like to celebrate the Gommage is still a mystery to me, but oh well. The red and white tree. I've always found it beautiful. I don't really understand. You and Sophie broke up so long ago. But clearly you never got over her. Why'd you wait until today to say something? It's a bit late, isn't it? Sophie's down there.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck.
Thanks.
The nearby golden line acts like a rope, so let's go over and use square to interact with it to go down to the lower level. And we can find Sophie waiting just a little ways ahead.
The last few days meant everything.
Can we talk?
Gustave, I love you all.
That's for your, if there's room.
There's always room.
You know,
I
I'm
missed you.
sorry that... I
You
miss
don't need to... Okay.
You go.
You.
You know how I feel? I wish things had been... You know, I often think... Another path, you know, another future.
Still can't finish your sentences, can you?
Yep, that hasn't changed.
I missed that. I never faulted you for wanting to believe. You're fighting to change things. I understand, just... in a different world, right?
We'll break the cycle, so she can't steal anyone else's future.
Stubborn people change the world, and you are the most stubborn person I know. Thank you. Walk me to the harbor?
Yes.
After the cutscene, we're going to be in control of Sophie. We can begin by moving straight ahead. If at any point you want to change the character that you're controlling as you run around, just press in the left analog stick. It doesn't really affect exploration at all. When you get to the end of the road, turn over toward the right side and then keep running along the street. Eventually you'll see a glowing white spot. You want to go over and interact with it with the square button to pick up some chroma. Chroma is essentially money in this game. Now we're going to go back the way that we came, and we're going to go down toward the end of the road, and we'll turn toward the right.
I can't imagine what you're going through.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I've lived 33 good years. Look around. We've had our whole lives to prepare. We're all fine. Mostly.
I'm not fine.
You will be.
After running into the plaza with all the people, stick toward the right hand side. You can go behind the stack of wood and then press X to climb up and then X again to jump over, and we can pick up some more chroma. Now let's hop down off this wood pile. We'll go forward toward the statue in front of us and then over toward the left. When you see this piano, go a little bit further toward the right, and there's going to be a big pile of junk over here that we can interact with. People who are about to Gommage leave their furniture, so that others may use them. Let's examine it. Sophie and Gustave examine the stuff left behind.
We can use that.
We now get a color of Lumina, which is an item that we'll be using later on. Now let's turn a little bit behind us and follow the path over toward the left, and we'll see a man standing in a red coat over here. Let's go talk to him.
Oh, Sophie. What a lovely smell.
Thank you, Richard.
I could recognize it from miles away. It's good you're here, Sophie. I have a favor to ask of you.
Anything for my beloved sewing teacher?
We are of the same cohort. Today is my Gommage. And my son and I had a fight last night. He said he wants to join the expedition. He wants to waste the last year of his life. I didn't want that for him. I used to think it was a bad choice. Today, I no longer do. I know I made a mistake. I tried to impose my views on him when he is much braver than I will ever be. So I sewed a special uniform for him. That's my last gift. Could you bring it to him?
Of course. I'll bring it to Jules.
He won't join the Gommage ceremony, but he will be at the Expedition Festival tonight for sure. Oh, but you...
Don't worry. I'll ask Gustave.
Gustave, are you back together?
For this moment. Maybe.
I'm glad. He's a good person.
Yes. He is.
Thanks to both of you. And see you.
See you.
After that conversation, let's keep going down the road, and on the left side next to a tilting statue, there's a woman. Let's go talk to her.
Is something wrong?
The expeditions. What a joke. All they do is leave us here to die. They're just escaping.
You know their goal is to save us all, right?
Yes, that's what my father told me last year, before he left for Expedition 34. And here we are again this year. We could have spent one more year together instead of wasting it away.
Your father fought to offer you a better future.
I have no future. I know it and I've accepted it. We're doomed.
You never know. This expedition might be different. There are some special people in this one.
Yeah, right.
Gustave, why don't you show her some of your fighting skills to prove her wrong?
Now we have a fight against a punching bag. We're going to begin this fight by using the attack command twice. That's going to generate some AP for us, as well as giving us some more overcharge charges. Now our goal is to defeat this punching bag in one attack, and it heals itself up to full health after every one of our turns. So in the third turn, we're going to use Lumiére Assault, and that's going to generate some more overcharge charges for us. On the next turn, let's go ahead and do that again. We'll use skills and then Lumiére Assault. Now at this point, we're at 10 out of 10 for our overcharge charges, and we should have 4 AP, so let's go ahead and use our skills and then overcharge to defeat this punching bag in one hit.
Those who come after.
So as you can see, some battles do require some strategy, and I'm here to help you through all of them. Let's go ahead and continue.
This guy is strong.
They all train their Pictos skills very hard to save us all. And so did your father.
Then, Madame, why didn't you join?
Me? I'm content with my life. I know what I can and cannot change. Or maybe because I was afraid.
Do you think I should join the expedition?
My friend Ciel always says, do your best. Either it works or it doesn't. Live your life as you want.
I don't want to have regrets. I don't have that much time.
When the time comes, you'll make the right decision. I'm sure.
Thank you. Now I think I know. Give this to your boyfriend. My father gave it to me, but it might be more useful for him.
After that battle and conversation, we get another color of Lumina, and we can get another one very close by. We just have to go back behind her, and then we can go over to these steps, and we want to interact with this pile of luggage out front, and we're going to get a little scene.
Not everyone attends the Living Wake or goes to the harbour for the Gommage. Some prefer more intimate goodbyes.
You need to interact with this door a total of 33 times, and you'll get another little scene and another color of Lumina, so I'll skip ahead to that point.
Come on, you've been listening for too long now. Made things more exciting at first, but now it's awkward. I'll give you this and you leave, okay? Just don't do it together.
After getting your reward, we're going to turn around and we're going to rejoin the main street. Let's stick over toward the left and we can run through the marketplace area to the other side. Once you get through it, you'll get a little bit more dialogue and you'll notice that there's another character playing a guitar on the right hand side. You want to run past that character and then go up the back stairs.
Oh, Lune's playing. You two would make a cute couple.
If you say so.
Or maybe something already happened, huh?
We'll now head up the stairs, and at the far end of this area, past all these tables, is some more Chroma, so let's go and pick that up. Now we're going to turn around and go back down those same stairs. We then want to go across the plaza, past all these people, and there's someone in a red coat standing next to a big white canvas. Let's go talk to him.
This lady truly is exquisite.
In love?
Not quite. I am only in love with her art. My inspiration has been quite lacking recently. Nobody buys paintings anymore. Just because she is called the paintress doesn't mean painting is evil.
Your canvas seems quite empty.
I need inspiration. But you, I can see you're in love. With this fine gentleman, I suppose.
We broke up.
That is of no consequence in the matters of love. But it is this passion I so fiercely desire in my painting. I know. How about showing me a dance of love and sorrow? I am also the official painter of the opera. Will you help me? If you inspire me, you may become the main painting of Lumiére's opera.
When prompted, say yes and we'll have to do a special battle.
Fantastic. You may start. Here, gorgeous lady, take this paintbrush and show me your wrath.
Okay, I guess.
All we have to do to win this fight is to dodge Sophie's attacks. Dodging Sophie's attacks is actually pretty easy because it slows the animation way down, giving you a good opportunity to do those perfect dodges. And another tip to dodging and parrying in this game is to not only watch the animations, but also listen for audio cues. That's a really good indicator for when the attack's coming.
One last time.
After 9 successful perfect dodges, we'll win the battle and we can continue on.
That was splendid. Splendid. I was so enthralled that I completed the painting in an instant.
It's nice to know something of us will remain in the world after today. Thank you.
It is I who should thank you. It was a moving dance. I will propose it for the new opera painting we have to do this year.
I feel it wasn't that impressive, but okay.
Love will always be impressive. Also, take this as a gesture of appreciation. I see your not boyfriend is an expeditioner. It may prove useful.
After that battle, we get a recoat, which is an item that can be consumed to reallocate a character's attribute or skill points. More on that later. But for now, we're going to head just over toward the right-hand side and interact with this trash can. It's a perfectly normal trash can. Now we'll interact with it again. It is indeed a perfectly normal trash can. Interact with it a third time. Nothing special to see here, just a trash can. And one more time. Once again, a perfectly normal...
Psst. Hey, you. You've been here for quite a while now. Can you leave? I don't want to draw attention to myself. I'll turn 33 today, can you believe my luck? Why would my parents choose the worst time? But I have a strategy. If I hide myself here, the paintress won't think of gommaging me. I've been hiding for 6 months now. So leave and don't tell anyone I'm here. Ow! What's that? It's hurting my arse. Maybe you can use it.
Now we get a Chroma Catalyst, which can be used at camp to upgrade weapons up to level 3. We'll now go back toward the main part of this plaza and then head left through another marketplace.
Sometimes I feel sorry for her.
Who? The paintress?
Look at her. She looks sad. Maybe she's a prisoner too, stuck in the same cycle with us. Silly her.
Only you could choose empathy at a moment like this.
It's one of the few choices I can make.
I couldn't do it.
It's okay. You don't have to.
After running through that marketplace area, stick toward the left side and you can pick up some chroma against these rocks. Now we're going to turn around and go back across the plaza over to the far side, and we're going to fight a rather unique enemy that will also give us a few trophies. You'll see a stage area with some bright colored lights. You want to go past that and stick toward the right hand side, and you'll find this large mime. Let's go and interact with it. A weird mime is standing here. When prompted, choose a hello.
Hello?
The mime reacts. It attacks.
Gustave, help!
We now have a battle against the mime. There are multiple mimes throughout the game, and they really have the same attack patterns. They will begin by protecting themselves, meaning we have to break its defenses before we can do lots of damage. We'll begin the first round with just a normal attack. It can do 2 different types of attacks, either a 3-hit combo, which is pretty easy to dodge or to parry. I would recommend trying to parry it so that we can build up its break meter, which is the yellow bar under its red health bar, and we also get lots more AP. On the second turn, we're going to use Lumiére Assault. And the mime has another attack called a strange combo, where it does 4 attacks in a row. If you fail to dodge them, you'll be inflicted with the silent status effect, which will then prevent you from using skills the next turn. Well, unfortunately, even though we have 10 out of 10 on our overcharge gauge, we can't use any skills, so we'll just use a normal attack here. The mime attacks again, so let's go ahead and either dodge or parry them. On our next turn, we are no longer silenced, so we can use skills again, and because we have 10 out of 10 overcharge, now is the perfect time to use the overcharge ability. Make sure that you hit X during the quick time event properly so that you can do the maximum damage. You'll break the enemy's guard, earning you the time to spill some ink trophy, and because you broke the guard using the overcharge ability, you'll get the overcharge trophy. In addition, we stunned the enemy, which means that they are prevented from playing on their next turn. We basically get 2 turns in a row here. And now that the enemy's guard has been broken, we can do significantly more damage to him. Let's go ahead and use Lumiére Assault, and we should be able to kill the enemy. If not, you can just clean it up on the next turn, and that will win the fight. And when you beat the mime, you get a peculiar encounter trophy.
That was close. Thanks, Gustave. Did someone build this? There's something on its body.
After the fight, we get a music record called Lumiére, which can be used at camp later on. After the fight with the Mime, we're going to turn around and we're going to go back past that brightly colored stage, and we're going to go down some stairs on the right-hand side that lead down to the harbor area.
I've always loved the harbor.
The paintress will soon awaken, and the Gommage will start. Do you want to head to the harbor? Yes. Sophie and Gustave move towards the harbor.
I see your apprentices.
Oh.
Gustave! Gustave!
What?
Here, Sophie asked us to bring you your coat.
We sewed up the sleeve so you don't have to keep rolling it up.
You guys know how to sew?
Sophie helped us. Turns out it's not that hard. You really should have done this ages ago.
You did this?
Gentlemen, that was supposed to be between us, yeah? I wanted to do something for you.
Soph. Thanks, guys. This is great. Thank you.
See you at the festival?
Don't leave without saying goodbye.
Yeah, of course not. What? I know that face.
You mean a lot to them. I can tell.
Yeah, they mean a lot to me too. Legacy can take many forms, right?
Yeah.
You taught me that.
Right.
Why?
I wanted to see you wearing it.
Oh, you like uniforms now?
This too is your legacy.
In a way. It's yours too.
Esti tonere marina, esti linaki soledad, tona lora tovla, alina. Les noir, ton art est fouet.
There you are. You can't hide from us, you know. Like I said, mourning's best done with friends.
Lucien,
What? It is. Grieving alone's the worst.
where's mine?
Santé, les amis.
Santé!
Yeah, no, I could use a drink.
Five tables this year. You see that? Told you we'd beat the 34s. Even Maelle showed up and she hates these things. Wanna go take a look?
I don't... Maybe later. I'll catch up. I'm okay. I'm okay. You go.
Yeah. Time for a refill anyway.
There's an excess of wine, again. Thank your sister for her generosity.
Oh, and try to enjoy yourself. Don't drink alone, you weirdo.
Yeah, right. Enjoy myself.
We now find ourselves at the Festival of the Expedition, and we're automatically given an item called a Festival Token. Let's begin by going straight ahead forward and down the stairs, and we'll stick over toward the right hand side to talk to a boy in red.
Let's at least check on Maelle and my apprentices.
Wow, so many expeditioners. So cool.
Gustave gives Jules the uniform that his father made for him.
That's... He made that overnight? Dad. Damn. Now I feel stupid for fighting with him. Oh, Dad. You take it.
What?
I'm not sure I'll ever use it. Maybe I'll go blind like my father, or maybe another expedition will succeed. I want to support the expedition now. Take it. It may be useful to you. It's okay. I don't need the uniform to know my dad's with me.
Thanks.
We just unlocked a new outfit for Gustave. Let's proceed down the ramp and all the way to the end by the water so that we can talk to Maelle.
I knew I'd find you. Having second thoughts about the expedition?
Please. I'm more ready to go than you are.
Yeah, I know. Look, I know we've been over this, but as your guardian, I need to say this one more time. The rest of us only have a year left, but you've got 9 good years before your Gommage. You don't need to leave here. It's a lot to risk.
1 year out there is better than 9 years in here.
I know you think that, but
If anyone should stay, it's you. You have friends and family who want you here.
so do you.
No, I don't.
Emma thinks of you as family.
Lumiére is not my home. Not the way it is for you. Besides, this way I can keep an eye on you for Emma.
Right, because she needs eyes everywhere.
Shush. You're lucky you have a sister who cares.
Doubly lucky, since now I have 2.
Alright, enough chit-chat. Come on, old man, let's have a duel.
Old man?
You're pretty much the oldest man in Lumiére now, no? Come on.
This time, I'm not messing around.
Do you wish to have a rematch with Maelle? Yes. We now have a duel against Maelle, and we start to put together all the various things that we've been learning throughout the prologue. Let's start off by just using a normal attack against her. She can do 2 types of attacks, either a normal attack where she readies herself and then will attack 1 time, that one's pretty easy to counter, or she'll attack 3 times in a row as a combo attack. Speaking of combo attacks, let's go ahead and use Lumiére Assault to hit her 5 times and build up some Overcharge. And now here comes her 3-hit combo. If possible, try to parry this to build up some more AP and some Overcharge.
Hope your Lumina converter works better than your dueling.
Now that we have plenty of AP and a full overcharge gauge, let's hit her with a powerful overcharge attack. She's now lost most of her health, and all she's going to do is keep attacking us either 1 time or 3 times in a row, and then we'll just have to use our normal attacks, Lumiére assaults, or build up some more overcharge to finish her off. There's really nothing more that I need to say about this fight, so I'll just let it play out and I'll see you at the end. Now that we once again have a full overcharge gauge, let's go ahead and use that overcharge skill to finish her off in a pretty cinematic way. After the battle, we'll get our experience and a little bit of money, and we'll carry on.
Not bad for the oldest man in Lumiére, eh?
Congratulations, you beat a teenager. Take this token as your well-deserved prize. Don't get too drunk tonight, okay?
Where are my scallywag apprentices? I promised to find them at the festival.
For beating Maelle, we also got another festival token. Let's proceed to back up the ramp, and then we want to stick over toward the right-hand side, and we can find Gustave's apprentices, a group of 3 young boys on the far right side. Let's talk to them.
Gustave, we got something for you.
This is a very important journal that we'll use throughout the game.
For your field notes, so when you come back, you can tell us everything.
They'll definitely want that for the museum. The complete record of the expedition that destroyed the Paintress.
Oh, and if you find journals from the other expeditions, make sure you save them for us.
I shall faithfully record all our adventures, every strange and wondrous thing.
And Nevrons.
I can do that. And in return, do you solemnly promise to take care of the shield dome while I'm gone? I'm entrusting you with the safety of Lumiére.
I promise.
Promise.
Adrien?
I'll use everything you taught us, Monsieur G.
Oh hey, Gustave, your sister's here.
Yeah, I have to go talk to her. Take care of each other. My darling sister has arrived. She'll kill me if I don't say goodbye.
Before you go talk to her, there's a few things we want to do. Starting off, turn around and walk over to the man by the table who's wearing white and go talk to him.
Gustave, just the man I wanted to see.
You want a rematch, don't you?
Well, it's my last chance, isn't it?
After tomorrow, you'll be the undisputed expert on expedition history.
That's tomorrow. What about today?
Now we have to answer a few questions. Let's choose the first option.
Who am I to deny you? Fire away.
How many years ago was the fracture?
You're kidding. This is your question.
Yes. When did our world break apart and our luminous city get thrown into the middle of the ocean? When was the fracture?
The correct answer is option 2.
67 years ago.
Brilliant. I concede. You are the undisputed expert on Lumiéran history.
What are you talking about? Every child knows this. The monolith's essentially a reverse calendar, counting down since the fracture happened in year 100.
All right, fine. Another one then. Which was the first expedition to depart for the continent?
The correct answer is option 3.
Expedition 0.
Correct. That still annoys me. They left in year 100. They should be called Expedition 100. Makes no sense. Lumiére will be long gone before the monolith hits 0. All right, last one. Get it right and maybe I'll give you a token. what is a Lumina?
We collected a few colors of Lumina throughout the prologue, and the correct answer here is option 1.
Abilities you internalize by using a Pictos in battle after enough times.
Well done, well done.
Not really. I mean, I created the Lumina converter, so...
I hereby officially end our feud. With your departure, Lumiére loses a brilliant light. And a good friend.
You big softy.
All right, here's a token. Go and spend it on something.
We now get our third and final festival token, and it's time to redeem them for some items. We'll start by going behind the man in white and talking to the woman in blue.
Hello there, Gustave. Perhaps one of these artifacts may prove useful to your mission.
Colette, you've been holding out on us. What are these?
Relics from before the fracture, passed down through the generations. The council deemed them trinkets, but I think otherwise.
That's kind of you to share.
I may not be able to join the expedition, but I'd still like to help. 1 token is all I ask.
Ah, I should have known.
We currently have 3 tokens, and we'll say, yes, I'm curious, here's a token.
Yes, I'm curious. Here's a token.
Take good care of it. Godspeed.
We now get an old key, which is very useful for later on. After this, we're going to go just a little bit over toward the left, and we're going to talk to the woman in white.
Hey, Amandine. Having fun?
Oh, hey, handsome. Perfect timing. I'm styling everyone before we ship out. Gotta look sharp when we hit the paintress, eh?
Certainly important. Can you style me up too?
On it. Just bring me a token first.
We now have 2 festival tokens, and we're going to say, let's see what you got.
All right, let's see what you've got.
Amandine tries to experiment with Gustave's hair. It's looking good. And we unlock a new hairstyle for Gustave.
Voila. Looking very fine indeed. You'll die with a gorgeous head of hair.
As you unlock new outfits and hairstyles, you can change them to match your preferences. Finally, let's talk to the man next door.
Hey, Gustave. Check out the new Pictos I made.
Looks a bit rough. You sure it works?
I've been working on this for months. It's my personal masterpiece.
Your personal masterpiece seems a little... unorthodox?
It's dead useful, trust me. Come on, give it a whirl.
Sure, why not?
Great. I'll trade it for 1 token.
We have 1 more token, and we want to use it to get this item. Call it Morbid Curiosity. Here, your token.
Call it Morbid Curiosity. Here, your token.
You won't regret it. Probably.
We now get a weird Pictos, and we're going to be using this quite a while later on. Now that we've gotten all of the things in the prologue, let's go ahead and talk to Gustave's sister nearby.
The Chief Counselor honors us with her presence. What? Still mad I'm going?
This is the definition of a fool's quest. My brother's not usually a fool.
I've heard you say otherwise.
You and I both know the political complexities that necessitate the expedition. It's vital for morale, but it's a bloodless guillotine is what it is.
You should put that in your speech. Very motivating. They might just find a guillotine for you too.
There are so many things you can contribute to here in Lumiére that'll have a real impact.
Em, you're doing great work, really. Getting things ready for the last generation. You've got it well in hand here. Let me do my part, out there, and win us a chance to live.
We're never going to see each other again.
You're so busy anyway. I barely see you.
Just take care of Maelle, okay? Can't believe you're letting her go with you.
Me? You're her guardian too. You stop her.
We're her guardians, not her jailers. She really wants off this island.
Don't you have a speech to give?
You mean the one you so kindly wrote for me?
Just suggestions. I thought it might help you understand.
I do understand. I just Anyway, yeah, time for my speech.
Proceed to Emma's speech. This will conclude the festival and Expedition 33 will depart. We'll say yes.
Expeditioners. The Sword of Lumiére. We honor your dedication. We do not take for granted that you dedicate your final year of life to keeping hope alive for all of Lumiére. Some of you are leaving to change the world. Others to discover the secrets of our universe. Some to protect loved ones. Others to find meaning in our all-too-short lives. As you sail into the unknown, know that Lumiére stands with you. When you battle the Paintress, know that Lumiére fights with you. Let the stones of her monolith crumble. Let her body lie at the end of the world. Unable to paint another death, let the stars no longer be hidden by her oppressive silhouette. Let the world once again watch the sun rise without the shadow of her cursed figure. May the wind of renewal take you to the ends of the earth. Tomorrow comes. Thanks to you. Expedition 33.
When we complete the prologue, we get the Lumiére trophy.
How did you survive the Gommage? Which expedition are you from?
Fall back!
Putain! What the fuck? Who the fuck was that?
Merde! What do we do now?
Regroup at the rally point. The indigo tree.
Snap out!
We now begin Act 1, titled Gustave. When we regain control of Gustave, we're in Spring Meadows. The first thing that you want to do is to turn around, and we're going to run up back toward this waterfall because there's some chroma on the ground at the very base of the waterfall. After collecting the chroma, let's turn around and we're going to go back the way that we came. Navigating through this game can be a little bit confusing if you're trying to get all the items, but typically the path that you have to take is going to be lit up in some way. In this case, it's these blue flowers that show us where to go. If you press the triangle button, you can briefly check the expedition status and use a chroma elixir to recover health without interrupting exploration. The expedition status shows the name of the current area, the expedition's current objective, and bindings for exploration. Additionally, it shows the current health of the expedition and the current amount of chroma elixirs on the right-hand side. If the expedition is in bad shape, use a chroma elixir to fully heal all members. Chroma elixirs replenish at expedition flags. We'll hold triangle to use a chroma elixir and we'll regain our health. Our current objective is to look for survivors at the indigo tree in Spring Meadow. To do that, we're just going to run forward along the path until we get a cutscene. We now have a battle against an enemy called a Lancelier. Free aim shots are a good way to hit flying enemies as well as target an enemy's weak point. Try to aim. We'll press the L2 button to aim. Shooting costs 1 AP. Aim at the Lancelier's weak point to deal increased damage. You press R2 to shoot. Free aim shots are incredibly useful and can provide us with some great tactical advantages. In this case, we're going to shoot the Lancelier's weak point, which is its face, but be careful though, because you're swaying in your aim a little bit and the enemies can move. Just make sure that the reticle has the red X on it when you're aiming at its face, otherwise you might miss. You can also shoot multiple times in a row. As long as you've got AP, you've got ammo to attack with, but we don't want to do that. We just want to do a normal attack. The Lancelier can attack quickly, so be ready to dodge or parry soon after it moves. It can attack normally, where it actually attacks twice in a row, so be careful about that. Or it can attack slowly, where it's going to pose, put its weapon behind it, and then after a few seconds, it will start to move again, and that's the time that you want to try to dodge or parry. Let's wrap this fight up with just one more normal attack to deplete its health and we'll win the fight. Because we went through that battle without taking any damage, we'll get 20% more experience and we also get 50 chroma. After the battle, we'll continue along the path in front of us and we'll go through this little canyon area. On the far wall is a grapple point, and when you get close enough, go ahead and hit that square button to grapple up. And once we get up top, we're just going to continue following the path in front of us. When we get to the end of the trail, there's going to be another movement mechanic that the game will teach us, and that's going to be how to climb walls. Just approach the handholds, press square, and then use the left directional button to move across the handholds. Now we'll proceed forward along the path. After navigating through all the bodies, go through the tunnel on your left side. Keep going forward into the room that's glowing red, and a little ways into it, you'll get another cutscene.
You do that, we both die. Hey. Fucking hell. Wake up, Gustave.
Lune. The others.
I know. We're the only ones left. You don't get to die.
It's just a matter of time before we're already dead. Look around, look.
This is not a foregone conclusion. When one falls, we continue. Get up. We need to find a safer place. There are Nevrons around.
Lucien.
This is not the place. The Lumina converter seems intact. It's about time we test it in real conditions.
Putain.
We now have another battle, which is actually more like an event battle where we learn more about Luna, our team's mage, and her abilities. Starting off, we want to hit L2 to go into free aim mode, and we're going to aim for kind of the middle of its body. It's this glowing blue circle. That's its weak point, and when we shoot it, we take away about half of its health. After that, we'll press circle to go back, and then we're just going to attack it normally so that it will go over to Luna's turn, where we'll learn more about her. Luna's skills generate elemental stains. Her skills also consume specific stains to enhance their effects. There are 5 types of stains: ice, fire, lightning, earth, and light. Light stains can be consumed in place of any other stain. Cycle between the different elements to get the most out of her abilities. Luna's starting skills are Ice Lance and Immolation. Ice Lance is an ice skill that generates 1 ice stain and 1 light stain. Use Ice Lance to generate stains. So we'll press square, and we'll attack the Portier. The Portier is weak to ice and took 50% more damage from Ice Lance. Most enemies have elemental affinities. Weakness takes 50% more damage, resistance takes 50% less damage, nullify takes no damage, and absorb is healed instead of taking damage. Ice Lance can also slow an enemy, and slows a debuff that reduces the speed of the character by 25%, which means it will probably take fewer turns in battle. Some enemies can attack the whole expedition at once. Press R1 to parry and execute an expedition counter. Well, that's pretty much it for this tutorial battle. The enemy is low on health, so we're just going to use our Overcharge skill to finish him off. Even though we've only got 3 out of 10 charges, it should still be enough to finish him off. In addition to the normal rewards of XP and money, we can sometimes get other items to drop, such as this Dodger Pictos.
We did it, Gustave. Let's see if your invention lives up to its reputation, shall we? It really works. We're not dead yet.
Yeah.
Come on. There might be other survivors at the Indigo Tree.
Pictos can be equipped to increase character stats. Higher level Pictos grant better stats. They also provide passive effects called Lumina. Each character can learn Luminas associated with each Pictos. Luminas can be equipped in the Lumina menu using Lumina points and can trigger their effects without equipping the corresponding Pictos. Let's open up our menu by pressing the Options button on the PS5 controller, and then we'll select Gustave with the X button. The character overview shows all information related to one character, and it's possible to perform different actions like changing equipment or wardrobe. Weapon allows us to change the character's equipped weapon. Pictos allows us to change the character's equipped Pictos by selecting any of the 3 slots. And skills allows us to change the character's equipped skills by selecting any of the skill slots. We can equip Learned Lumina by selecting any of the Lumina slots, and we can change the character's outfit and haircut with the wardrobe option. Let's select one of these Pictos slots, and from this menu it's possible to see the list of available Pictos and change the character's equipped Pictos. Pictos are important pieces of equipment. Equipped Pictos are shown here. Each character can have 3 Pictos equipped at a time. Characters cannot equip the same Pictos at the same time. It is possible to sort the list of Pictos by using these sorting options. After winning 4 battles with the Pictos equipped, it will be mastered. Every Pictos has a unique passive effect called Lumina. After mastering a Pictos, it will be possible to activate its Lumina without having the Pictos equipped. So let's go ahead and we're going to equip Dodger onto Gustave, and now we'll gain 1 AP on a perfect dodge once per turn. A lot of people find the Pictos and Lumina system pretty confusing, so I just want to take a moment to better explain it, and to do that, let's zoom in on the current Dodger Pictos we have equipped. Here you can see that as long as the character is equipped with the Dodger Pictos, their speed increases by 12 and their critical rate increases by 3%. This is the level 1 Pictos. As we proceed throughout the game, we can find higher level Dodger Pictos, and then this level 1 Pictos will be replaced by the higher level, so that 12 points in speed might become 15 or 20 points, and that critical rate might increase by 3 to 6 to 9%, whatever it is. So those are the active traits that go along with the Pictos for having it equipped. But there's also a secondary feature, and that's what's written below those stats, where it says gain 1 AP on perfect dodge once per turn. What that means is that after we go through 4 battles with Dodger equipped, then we'll have mastered that Pictos, and it's mastered not just for Gustave, but it will be mastered for all of our party members. We can then spend a Lumina point to equip that gain 1 AP on perfect dodge once per turn ability to any of our other characters, even if they don't have Dodger equipped. However, when you use the Lumina to gain that additional perfect dodge gain 1 AP secondary ability, you still will not gain that increase to your speed or critical rate. That only applies if you have the Dodger Pictos equipped on that character. So in summary, Pictos increase your stats and they give you abilities. You can then transfer those abilities across your party members after you go through 4 battles and master that Pictos, but you won't get those active abilities and the stat boosts unless you have that particular Pictos equipped. Also, you can't equip a Pictos to get the stat boosts onto 2 characters at the same time, so either it has to be on Gustave or Luna, but once we master that ability, then we're able to still give that gain 1 AP on perfect dodge to both characters at the same time by using Lumina points. There's a lot of really cool synergies that you can get by using certain Luminas together on characters, and I'll show you some more of those as we go throughout the game. But for right now, we're just going to continue along the path as we go forward, and we're going to exit this tunnel and be outside. We're going to keep following the trail in the glowing blue flowers as they take us to our next destination along the path. When you approach a crawl space, you will automatically crouch and go through it. And now we'll proceed forward and find our expedition flag on the right. During your journey, you will find expedition flags set up by previous expeditions. These flags allow you to heal, recharge your items, learn new skills, and allocate your character's attribute points. Characters gain 1 skill point and 3 attribute points every time they level up. Let's approach the expedition flag and then hit square. We then want to choose the Upgrade Attributes option. There are 5 attributes that you can permanently upgrade: Vitality, Might, agility, defense, and luck. Like I said before, when you equip Pictos, you're able to change your stats a little bit, but that's only in a temporary sense. What you can do here is to permanently increase your attributes. So what we're going to do is to put all 3 of our attribute points into Might. My recommendation is to keep dumping points into Might to increase your attack power so that we can do more damage in battles and kill enemies quicker. Also, because you can dodge and parry every single attack in the game, we really don't have to worry too much about vitality or defense because we're not going to be taking a whole lot of damage, and we can supplement our health using Pictos. If at any point you want to reset your attributes, you can use a Recoat item by holding down the triangle button. Now before we continue, we also want to use the rest option here to regain all of our health if we're missing any, and we also replenish our Chroma elixir so that we can heal away from one of the expedition flags as we go throughout the game. We'll continue along the path until we see a new enemy, and we'll learn about doing a first strike by pressing R1 to attack an enemy first and gain an advantage in battle. So as we approach the enemy, get close to them, press R1, and we're going to hit that first strike, and now we can act first in battle. Here we have 2 Lancelier enemies, and they each have a weak point in their head, so we'll use our free aim option, and we're going to shoot each one of them 1 time. After that, we'll hit circle to go back, and now we can just do a normal attack against one of these enemies. It's now Luna's turn, and these guys are weak to ice, so we can use the Ice Lance skill to do increased damage to them. That's 1 enemy down and just 1 to go. The enemy will either attack slowly, quickly, or normally. Just be prepared to dodge or parry as appropriate. And now on Gustave's next turn, we're going to go ahead and use his Overcharge ability. Even though we've only got 2 charges here, it's still going to be enough to do lots of damage to this enemy.
This is weak.
It's almost defeated. We'll go ahead and take him out with Luna. We can just use a normal attack to finish the fight. And as a special reward, we get a new weapon for Gustave called the Lanceram. Weapons have their own attack power, sometimes elemental properties, and they can even increase their damage based on stat scaling. In this case, if we had more points dedicated to Gustave's vitality or agility, we'll get a small increase to the amount of damage he'll do while he's equipped with the Lanceram. However, because we're dumping points into might, we're just getting the benefit of increasing our attack damage anyway, so we don't really have to worry about spreading out our points or anything, because we will be switching up our options pretty regularly. Because of this, we're going to focus mostly on just the raw attack power that the weapon does, as well as the elemental properties when an enemy will be weak to it. After the battle, we'll proceed up the path on the right hand side, and there's going to be some chroma up top here. Let's go ahead and grab that.
We can use that.
And now we can drop down this ledge and go down to the lower area. We'll turn right and then hug that right wall until we can see a little bit of an opening here in the wall. We can go through it, and then we're going to go ahead and grab this item. It's a new Pictos for us called Critical Burn, which gives us a 25% increased critical chance on burning enemies. We're going to equip this onto Luna, so let's go ahead and go into the menu. We'll go left and then select Luna, and then we're going to equip this Pictos. In addition to that increased critical chance on burning enemies, it also raises our speed and our base critical rate. Once that's equipped, we can leave this menu, and then we'll turn around, head back outside, and then over toward the right. We'll keep following this path forward, and we're going to get a first strike on the enemy that jumps down toward us. Once again, it's another couple Lanceliers, so we'll start the battle by using free aim, and we can shoot each of them in their weak point to give us a head start. We can then have Gustave attack normally. Gustave got a critical hit here, so the enemy's almost dead. It's not really worth using an Ice Lance and the AP associated with that, so I'll just attack normally and finish off this enemy. Now this next attack, I won't even try to dodge, and you'll see that the enemy hits me, but it does very little damage to us, so we're not really at risk even if we don't dodge or parry attacks here. We're going to use a Lumiére Assault, and we're going to do lots of damage to the enemy and get it close to death, enough that we can just finish it off with Luna's next attack. I wasn't sure if a normal attack could finish it off or not, so we'll just use an Ice Lance and hit its weakness, and we'll be guaranteed to get the kill. After the battle, we'll get our rewards, and then we'll continue on. We want to start by turning around the way that we came, and we'll stick over toward the right-hand side and follow this path up with the glowing blue flowers, and at the top of this area is going to be an item. Let's go ahead and grab the Chroma here.
Interesting.
And once we have that, we can hop on down and we'll continue over toward the left. Now let's continue straight ahead until we can go into the nearby house.
Is that a house?
Looks abandoned.
On the right-hand side is a Chroma Catalyst that's glowing purple. After picking that up, we'll turn around and go up the ramp and then use the golden rope at the top.
The indigo tree is not too far from here. If anyone else made it, they'll regroup there.
Yeah.
After you get to the top, then go over toward the right and go down the ramp. When you get to the bottom, keep turning toward the right, and you can find another glowing purple item in the back corner. This is an energy tint shard. After collecting that, we're going to turn around and we're going to go outside. We'll go over toward the right and pick up the Chroma off the ground.
This will be useful.
And now we want to go back inside the building. We'll proceed up the ramp. And when you get to the top, head over toward the right and go outside and then down the ramp.
Here we are, huh?
Yeah. The continent. The indigo tree's over there.
On the right side is an expedition flag, so if you're hurting, go ahead and use that. Otherwise, you can just keep going forward and we're going to get into a fight against this monster. We fought this kind of enemy before and we know how to take it out. We'll begin by using free aim and shooting its weak point. Continuing to shoot it only wastes AP, we don't really get any more benefit because we do very little damage. Now let's go ahead and just use a normal attack with Gustave. And now with Luna, we can hit its weakness to ice by using Ice Lance. Now it's the enemy's turn to attack. It decides to jump, and if it does that, just be patient because it takes a moment for it to land, and that's about the time that you want to try to dodge it or parry it. We're just going to have Gustave use another Lumiére Assault, and that should be enough to take him down. That one battle is what I needed to get Gustave up to level 3, which means now I have more attribute points and another skill point that I can use when I go to the expedition flag. So let's turn around and go ahead and do that. We can interact with the flag, and then what we want to do is to choose to rest so that we can gain all of our health back. And if you use any Chroma elixirs, you can also get those back. So now we want to go down to the fourth option on the list and choose Learn Skills. Starting with Gustave, we want to learn an ability called Marking Shot. If we head down and then over toward the right, it's located just below the Overcharge ability, and this deals low single target lightning damage, and it also applies Mark, which is very useful to us. Now we'll switch on over to Luna and learn a new skill with her. We want to go 2 skills over toward the left and then 1 down. That's going to get us to Thunderfall, which deals medium lightning damage to random enemies 2 to 6 hits. After learning those skills, we'll go back to the Expedition flag menu and then choose Upgrade Attributes. Starting with Gustave, we're going to put all 6 of his points available to him into Might, which will raise it up to 9 total. And then we also want to go over to Luna, and we're going to dump points into her Might stat as well. We have 6 available, so let's add those all to her, and then we'll confirm that. And I think that this is a good stopping point for part 1. Thank you very much for watching and for coming along on this journey with me. If you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button, as it really helps me out, and consider subscribing to join our amazing community. I'll see you soon in part 2. Until then, thanks for watching and have a good day.